Housemaid is the brand new movie from director Paul Feig that just hit theaters. Feig is the director behind many of the top comedies of the last 20 years, including Bridesmaids and Spy. His most recent films include the last two A Simple Favor movies. This movie stars Sydney Sweeney as Millie Calloway, someone who's basically living in her car, struggling to find a job out of a rehab facility, and she gets hired by a very famous family, the Winchester. She gets hired by Nina Winchester, who's played by Amanda Seyfried, and her husband, Andrew Winchester, played by Brandon Sklenar. Nina is hoping to have a baby, so instead of her cleaning up things in this very large and very wealthy house, she hires a housemaid to help take things over. But as Millie is now a live-in housemaid with the Winchesters, weird things go on as she tries to figure out who's on her side, who's protecting her, if this job is worth it. All of these things, the twists and turns that a movie like this has. The film is 2 hours and 11 minutes long and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. If you're new guys to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell if you're notified when my videos hit the channel. I talk all things movies, TV shows, award season, box office, many more things. I am so close, guys, like really, really close to 400 subscribers. It would really mean the world to me to start 2026. So please subscribe and ring the bell if you're new. I do videos basically every single day. So if you like that consistent content, I am the guy for you. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on The Housemaid? First of all, have you read the book? Or is this your first introduction into this, I guess, franchise? I don't know. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. And also, guys, please hit that thumbs up button. So I was definitely very excited for this movie. Paul Feig is a director who Spy is in my top 5 comedies, I guess, of my lifetime. Like, I adore Spy. Bridesmaids, I think, is a very good movie. I don't love Bridesmaids, but I think it's a very good movie. And he directed the, as I said earlier, the Simple Favor movies. I reviewed another Simple Favor earlier this year. And I thought those were very fun, ridiculous B movies that I had a good time with. I would understand if people hated those movies. I had a very good time with. This one even has, for me, a stronger ensemble than those movies. Because I obviously, if you follow me, I'm a big Euphoria person. So Sydney Sweeney, you have Amanda Seyfried, you got Sklenar. So I like the cast, like Paul Feig. I was excited for this movie. And I basically got, for the most part, exactly what I got, what I was expecting, excuse me. This is a very much a B movie that is, has very cliche, very on the nose dialogue, some very cheesy moments, some very obviously ridiculous, nonsensical stuff. But I had a good time with the movie. I found this to be very similar to the Simple Favor movies. I'll get into a key difference why I like the Simple Favor movies more than The Housemaid in a second. But I've had a very good time with this movie. I think if you're not a fan of those two A Simple Favor movies, or and you don't like the lead actresses or lead acting in the movie, I'm not sure this movie's for you. Like, if you're not a Sweeney or Amanda Seyfried person, I'm not sure this movie will get you on board. If you watched like A Simple Favor in 2018 and thought that was horrible, I'm not sure this movie's gonna like change your mind on Paul Feig and the way he makes his movies like these. For me, I had a very good time with it because I love this ensemble. And I just love where this movie, for the most part, knows exactly what it is. It's not trying to be one of the best movies of the year. It is just trying to have a good time with a very over-the-top, ridiculous, not a real plot that would happen in real life. And that's what this movie is. Sydney Sweeney is very good in this movie. I've seen her much better in other things. But when she finally gets into the movie where she knows exactly what movie she's in, you can tell she's having a lot of fun, especially like the last like 20 to 30 minutes. I thought it was easily her best work of the movie. Amanda Seyfried, I talked about this a month ago with Tess Van Lee. She's another actress I think you could honestly say is one of the 5 or 6 best actresses working today. She has such range, and she shows that off in this movie because 1 second she can be this very nice, cool, stay-at-home wife who likes having this very wealthy husband and really cares about Millie's well-being. And the next second, she can just keep snapping at her every 5 minutes, and it's very believable. And Seyfried goes through so many different ranges of emotions. It's easily the best performance of the movie. And again, she can make very serious movies, but she could also be having a lot of fun And I like movies, like very similar to Simple Favor, where you can just tell the actors are having a good time making it. Like I could tell these people liked being around each other, liked acting, and liked being in this movie. Brandon Sklenar also goes down some places I actually wasn't expecting his performance because he could honestly just play the same person in every movie, the good-looking guy who's there to help people out in the situation, like his movie Drop earlier this year. He's very good. He has very unique chemistry with both actresses, very different chemistry for different reasons. But he definitely goes down a darker path than I was expecting. And he's very good in the movie as well. We're basically in this like house for the entire movie. It's a gorgeous house, and they do a good job giving us different locations throughout the house. It wasn't like two places we were in the entire movie. You really feel like it's such a massive space, and we're in so many different spaces. And I think that's a very smart thing from Paul Feig. And again, I had a grin. I laughed multiple times during the movie. I had a good time. I turned off my brain multiple times because things were not making sense. And guess what? I was there for the ride. I enjoyed it. Now, on a negative level, I do think this movie is way too long. It's like 2 hours and 12 minutes, as I said earlier. It has no business being that long of a movie. It should be like an hour 45, hour 50, I think is like the most. Like I would cut a good 20 minutes out of the movie because the movie is not paced very well because it goes down this very generic, you kind of know what's going on for the first half of the movie, and then when you start things get revealed towards the second half of the movie, it is just not well paced. Like the second half of the movie is just not well paced. Even though it's the more interesting stuff is happening, the narration, the way they use narration, I did not like in the second half of the movie. It was just very lazy to explain what things are happening, and I just didn't feel like it was necessary in this movie whatsoever to have narration. And then the pacing itself is just very off, and you just tell something just doesn't quite feel right when you're watching the second half of the movie. And again, I said this earlier with the Simple Favor movies. I just had a more of a fun time with it because a Simple Favor went balls to the walls. Like it's not trying to say anything. It's just trying to have a good time with this ridiculous plot line. Sometimes this movie is trying to have something to say about marriages and about like some particular things I don't want to talk about in spoilers. And I was like, this is not the movie to have any kind of like messaging or anything like that. And I'm like, this movie is so ridiculous and stupid, which I'm cool with, but don't try to act like there's like a real message in here for people out there. So there were times I was like, this is like ridiculous that they're trying to say something about marriages and how we try to help people with who, get out of prison and stuff like that. I was like, this is like, I don't really need messages in this movie, but I had a good time with The Housemaid. It's fine. I don't think it's great, but it's exactly what I wanted from the movie. So overall, I am giving it a 3 out of 5 stars. I am going to go 56% for The Housemaid. What are your thoughts on The Housemaid? Let me know down in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon.